Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now I'm taking a look at Ocean Software's 1989 Spectrum port of Taito's New Zealand story arcade game, in which you control a Kiwi named Tiki who has to rescue all his friends who've been kidnapped by an evil walrus. He would have been kidnapped himself, but he managed to escape from the bag while the walrus wasn't looking. Let's redefine keys, fire, up, down. Please put left first, then right. It just seems more natural. Never mind. So I recognise the tune from them. Well, it controls well enough. What do you mean, hurry up? Give me a chance to get going. Sounds are quite nice. Oh, balls. I couldn't see what was going on down there until it was too late. But you don't go right back to the beginning of the level when you die, unless, of course, you didn't actually make any progress to start with. Oh god, that was lucky. He nearly threw his boomerang at me. Unfortunately, he did actually throw his boomerang at me. There's one of my Kiwi friends I need to rescue. Graphics are quite nice, monochrome obviously because of the Spectrum's attribute limitations, but some of the tunes seems to be, some of the music that plays in the background seems to be missing. It's not the whole tune from the original arcade version, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, you start with a bow and arrow, but you can pick up other weapons, and this bomb is just one of them. It curls downwards, unfortunately, so... Oh, shut up. And you can actually pick up the vehicles to fly in. Those star-shaped creatures are not safe to touch at all because they're covered in spikes. And talking of spikes, avoid the ones on the ceiling there. In fact, avoid anything spiky in this game. Another of my Kiwi friends rescued. God, a nice jumping sound in this. Oh, I want to get on your... Oh, sod off. That's better. Ooh. No, these flying vehicles come in various different sorts. This flying teddy bear is just one of them, and they fall if you don't counteract their movement with the up button. One thing that I don't understand about this version is that it's got smooth horizontal scrolling, but the vertical scrolling is push scroll. That's actually what caused me to die that time, because I didn't know what was coming until it was too late. I mean, water here, there's an oxygen meter in the bottom right corner. If that completely drains, then Tiki will die. Another Kiwi friend rescued. Not entirely sure about the water effect. It's a bit hard. It's a little bit hard to see what's going on in there. Luckily, there were no actual enemies there, because that would have been a nightmare. Oh, I picked up a clock there. That temporarily freezes all enemies on the screen. The only problem is, until it restarts again, I can't actually get up. See, because of the flick screen vertical scrolling, I couldn't actually see what was happening. Oh, bollocks. Why can't this have smooth vertical scrolling? It's only got smooth horizontal scrolling. That's not good. Oh, bloody hell. Let's try that again. Oh. So the graphics are quite detailed, although monochrome. I mean, if you ignore the fact it's in monochrome, then Tiki looks much the same as he did in the arcade original. See, that's actually where I died from during the previous game because it doesn't have because it has push screen vertical scrolling but smooth horizontal scrolling. It's very easy to fall into a trap that you couldn't see in time. God, that was lucky. There was something in the top left corner that would have chased me because the game said I was taking too long. Ooh, that joystick icon. You remember those vehicles that I told you they constantly fall if you don't counteract their movement with the up control? Well, the joystick stops them from sinking like that, and then that continues. See, it's not sinking because I picked up that joystick thing. And that lasts either until you die, or until the vehicle explodes, or until you dismount it. God, that was lucky. Oh, you'll give over. Doesn't always give you a huge amount of time before it says hurry up. It's a shame it hasn't got the whole musical tune from the arcade, is it? But I guess even on the... Oh, crikey, I don't want to touch spikes. Spikes can also cause certain vehicles to burst. I mean, this is a teddy bear balloon, so that would burst if I... Oh, I picked up a laser. Yeah, this is another of the weapons you can get. Oh, bastard. Those damn star enemies. See, look at that. Why can't it have smooth vertical scrolling? That is a bit disappointing. I mean, the Spectrum's more than capable of doing smooth scrolling in all directions. It's proved it time and time again. Jumping mechanism's a little bit stiff. It's a bit hard to jump right and left at times unless you got momentum going. Yeah, and then notice how Tiki's put on her snorkel, and you can see that that oxygen meter in the bottom right corner draining quite quickly now. And when you're out of the water, like I am now, it gradually. Oh God, that was close! Oh damn! It went off the screen. I've lost that bomb. Actually, thinking about it, maybe that's not such a bad thing. Little bit of slowdown when the screen gets busy, but it's not too unbearable. No, what? See, look. I jumped. See, it's so hard to jump when you haven't got momentum. Oh, damn, he shoved an arrow up my arse. No! Oh, I think I picked up another life. Those balloons can take a few hits before they explode. That's why I had to hit it with 3 arrows. And these are metal balloons. Oh, shut up! I clearly dislodged him from that balloon. So some of the balloons you can actually dangle from underneath like that. And these metal. Oh, bog off! And those metal balloons that actually cannot be burst by spikes. God, get up here so I can have that balloon. Right. This is one of those balloons that can take 3 hits before it bursts. What's happening? Even the horizontal scrolling is even the horizontal scrolling seems to suddenly switch to being push scroll. Why? Oh God! I've gone round in circles. I'm right back here. So yeah, my balloon's taken 1 hit. It can take 2 more before it bursts. In the original arcade version, in other versions, the balloon changes colour depending on how many more hits it can take. But given that this is a Spectrum, it can't really do it that way. Alright, boss time. Yeah, in the original version, the whale would swallow you up and destroy from the inside, but unfortunately there wasn't space on the Spectrum for that, so you having to just hit it like this instead. Level 2.1. So I got the bomb. Nah, I have to be careful here. I mustn't jump too high or I'll hit my head on the spikes like that. You determine how high you jump by holding. It's one of those where the longer you hold the jump button, the higher you jump. Obviously, there's an upper limit because you're a flightless bird and not an eagle. Graphics are nice and clear and detailed, and although it's safe for when it's in the water, I'm not absolutely sold on the water effect in this game. All those blooming star-shaped enemies. Oh, I could have done with that. Can I still get that? Yes, I might be able to. Get up there, you bellend. If it's still down there, I'm definitely switching to that. So. Come on, get here, I want your vehicle. Oh. No. Come on, have another one out. Oh, shut up. Now that vehicle, that sort of spaceship type thing, that's the only vehicle you can get in that doesn't constantly sink the way the other balloons and so forth do. And it always has a laser weapon that you fire regardless of what weapon Tiki would normally have on foot. It's my favourite weapon out of all of them. Sorry, it's my favourite vehicle out of all of them. But so that's New Zealand story for the ZX Spectrum. pretty good port, all things considered. I mean, some things are missing, like the end of level boss not swallowing you up in the way he does in the original and in the 16-bit versions. I mean, obviously there is a limit to how much they can fit into the smaller memories of 8-bit computers. And although some of them, although some of the music is missing, by and large it's there and it sounds pretty good. Sound effects are really nice too. Some very good choices of sound effects for lasers and bombs and the like. So thumbs up to the developers for that choice by the looks of things. Graphics are nice if you allow for the fact that they're monochrome. They've got nice shading detail on them, makes them look nice and solid. Water effect, I'm not absolutely sold on. That was a bit too busy for my liking, so it could potentially be a bit hard to see what's happening in those. But apart from that, I can't complain about the graphics. As I said, the sound's really good, as is the music. The gameplay's generally pretty good, although I had some issues with the jumping controls being a little bit sticky when you're doing standing jumps. They're fine when you're doing jumps when you've got momentum, but when you're doing a standing jump, it seemed to be a bit hard to do a jump to the left or to the right. It seemed to like to stick and then not actually go in that direction until it had started to descend. And I also have issues with the fact that the scrolling isn't always smooth. I mean, there are times when it seems to be smooth scrolling horizontally, but push scrolling vertically, and that's led to some rather cheap deaths by an enemy that was just off screen that you couldn't see until you already landed on it and it killed you, as you saw happen a couple of times in this review. And there are other times when even the horizontal scrolling was push scrolling. I don't know. I really would much have preferred it if it was all just smooth scrolling in all directions. The Spectrum's more than capable of doing that kind of scrolling, so I don't really know why it's got this push scrolling nonsense at all. But it's still a really good version, and I'll happily give New Zealand Story 8 out of 10 on the Spectrum. Hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.